podcast is being brought to you by Don Johnson State Farm Insurance. Activate Don in your life and experience the impact. Why? Because Don Johnson is a visionary. She's determined, people-focused, a problem solver, and she's generous. Visit DonJohnson.net and DonJohnsonCares.com to learn more about her work with the people and the community. Does Don Johnson do too much? Maybe, but that's just Dawn. She loves the people, and she is a change agent. So make sure you stop by Don Johnson State Farm Insurance, located at Rock Hills, Manchester Village, off of Dave Loud Boulevard, 572 John Ross Parkway, Suite 106, directly across from TJ Maxx and in between Sweet Frog and the UPS store. And don't forget to tell them Mr. Darkeye sent you. What it is, great people. The home of motivation. To trust God and live your dreams. All right, what it is, great people. You know who it is. I am Mr. Darkeye, and you tuned in to the Mr. Darkeye podcast right here on Anchor FM, New Soul Music, the home of motivation. To trust God, live your dreams. I am sitting here with Evelyn Hemphill, a.k.a. Evelyn the Advocate. She's back with me. Y'all know that we did an amazing interview almost 2 years ago in August of 2022, and it got a lot of views. A lot of people tuned in to hear Evelyn's story, and by the views, you all definitely show great support and love to what was taking place in her life, and since then it's been just an onward and upward journey of so many blessings and so many opportunities has come about, and Evelyn has been busy, boots to the ground with Sherry Crib, yes. And this whole journey has just been rewarding, and you just been going in so much with so many blessings, just one after another. So just talk to us a little bit about that journey and some of the things that you've been able to accomplish since then.
The journey, the process was very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
The legal process was, but once the courts made their decisions, I was freed, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was freed to be able to tell what happened, and also given the opportunity to work in the community voluntarily. Been involved in a lot of different projects, and I'm doing it with honor to help others.
Absolutely. I think that's so important, especially in this space dealing with domestic violence, because there's absolutely no excuse for it. And in our community, it's something that we don't talk about enough, and so many people are going through it quietly because they don't know how to speak out about it or don't know how to tell someone about it. And then a lot of times when you come forth to say something, still you don't get no help. And people don't believe you or anything like that can happen. So have you had any experiences with connecting with somebody personally that has a similar journey to yours that you've been able to help?
Well, a lot of different people have began to contact me, and I don't give them legal advice because I'm not an attorney. I'm an advocate, and I thank Catapult Outreach for that opportunity. I became certified. I'm not really certified nationally, but I'm certified as far as North Carolina goes because of Catapult Outreach, and I'm grateful for that. But they contact me with different situations, and I kind of tell them about what I experienced, and maybe 3 or 4 people, they are grateful that they contacted me because everything turned out for the better for them. So there was a purpose for everything that happened to happen.
Absolutely. Everything has a purpose. And, I often say that, of course, purpose is designed to fix problems. And definitely, as we already said, that domestic violence is definitely a huge problem. So overall, with this whole entire journey and everything that's happened, do you have like a moment or anything that has particularly happened that stood out the most on this journey that's really been impactful for you personally?
Well, now I'm able to take a breath, and that process was very hard to go through.
Mm-hmm.
But as I just stated, I'm grateful that I was able to go through it because
Mm-hmm.
there was purpose in that. And the purpose is to reach back and help others.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So for you, that's one of the most important pieces about this when it comes down to it. So you've had definitely some big opportunities come up. You were a part of being an author for a published book that's out right now. How's the book and everything been going? What's been some of the feedback you gotten from the book?
The book is going well. It hasn't been marketed as much as it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm working on a second project. And from that second project, I'm working on a memoir about Evelyn the Advocate. So hopefully situations like this
Mm-hmm.
will help the signs, wonders, and miracles
Yep, the book.
to
Yep.
be advertised. And I wasn't the only author. And in the second volume, I'm not the only author either. But
Mm-hmm.
hopefully this will help the other contributing authors, to be compensated or get recognition, because these weren't projects that I could do alone.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, there was other contributing authors to that project and that book. So now there's another project, an opportunity on the table to do a documentary. And overall, just going to give basically to show people your journey.
Yes.
And talk about your journey, and then how people can really see and kind of go into the full story of all the things or whatever that you kind of been going through. So what's the goal with the documentary?
The goal is to educate people and to help improve our communities
Mm-hmm.
and bring the numbers nationwide, globally, down for domestic violence, because domestic violence and sexual assault, they are very, very serious situations. So the goal for the documentary would be to address the situation, educate, and we need to bring down the numbers so we'll have better communities to live in.
Absolutely. And you have someone that is interested in partnering with you with this project?
I do have someone that's interested in partnering with me with this project. And today we're going to, I guess, ask potential donors, would you be able to help with this project, because it will help a lot of people.
Absolutely. Yeah, some people want to give donations or even become like maybe sponsors.
Yes.
For this particular project. And I think it's something that companies more than likely will want to get behind, because they know the lack of awareness that domestic violence has in our community, and just really worldwide, really, because we don't have enough awareness around this particular subject matter. So I don't believe that we would have an issue or problem with getting at least a few people that want to get involved. So at this point right now, is that pretty much where we are right now? Just wanting to get some funding and try to see who would want to get on board.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So that we can improve our communities, because somebody has to come forth with a story.
Yes.
To produce some results. And
it's important. It's very important. From your perspective or your point of view, why do you think stuff like this kind of get put on the back burner and is not as important or made as important as it should be?
I believe we have a broken judicial system here in the United States, and to me, especially in South Carolina, because at this point, there's something going on in Columbia where judges are not being assigned yet. The House of Representatives and Senate body, they're stopping judges from being assigned because there's so much corruption and things like that, and that's happening right now. Wow,
that is insane to me. do you feel like things like that are do you feel like that is it more targeted towards, is it a racial thing where you think it's more targeted towards black women or just women in general?
I just think it's targeted towards women, men,
Mm-hmm.
whoever, African American, Caucasian,
Mm-hmm.
who, if you don't know your rights, you will be taken advantage of when
Mm-hmm.
you get entangled in the system.
Wow. That is definitely unfortunate. I just think that it's a lot of people that in the system that know, and I really do believe that if we found more ways to be educated on, like you just said, more educated on, what our rights are, and not going into situations blind, because a lot of times that's usually just what happens. People just are not aware of what their rights are, and once they figure that out and see that, they pretty much feel like they know they can do anything they want. So, and I know for you in your situation, you did a lot of research on your own, and found out some things you can do on your own. Is that something that you also been doing? Because, like you said, you're not in that space professionally, but is that something that you've been doing to kind of help some other people kind of figure out some ways to get some information based on what you was able to do?
Not really. I just tell them my story,
Mm-hmm.
and they can go from there, because in situations like this, you have to be very careful. You don't want to be charged
Oh, yeah.
with practicing law without a license. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm very careful of that. But I feel like with my story being made to the public, it has a lot of nuggets and pointers
Mm-hmm.
that people can use in their own situations.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you definitely, I agree. You want to be careful with those types of situations, because anything that somebody can try to use to, attack you with, unfortunately, they'll use it. So definitely, we will definitely look to connect with some people in the community. I know a lot of business owners and brands and companies that I believe would want to support something like this and get behind a documentary like this, because you see a lot of documentaries, a lot of stuff out there, but it's just not nothing particularly about domestic violence. So we definitely want to be able to do that. Do you have an idea of when you would want something like this to be completed, or you just kind of want to go through the process and just kind of let it play out the way it's going to play out?
I'm hoping by the end of 2024.
Okay.
That's the goal. Maybe going into 2025, because this situation is so serious. I just don't feel like it really needs to wait.
Right. Absolutely.
So
there's a domestic violence awareness month, isn't it?
it's in October.
Oh, okay. So that'll be great if we could be able to have it done and out by then.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be amazing, and that'll be a way to magnify it even more, and just create a whole event for it, and and have people come out and in support of the documentary, and maybe some guest speakers, and even having sponsors for that event, and just kind of using that to, like I say, magnify it and bring even more awareness to what we're doing. But I believe that everything that you have done since we did the interview in 2022, I believe that God is continuing to use you to tell your story and be a face and a symbol of hope in the community. I really do believe that that's what's happening at this point, because I don't really know too many people, in this community that's really advocating in this space for domestic violence. So I really do feel like this is really a call on your life for this, for real. And God going to really use what the enemy was trying to use for to destroy you or bring you down. He's going to be used for good. Absolutely.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. So I really do believe that this is going to be something that God is going to really bless and continue to use you in a major way as He's already done. And we're definitely going to be looking forward to getting the sponsors and the backing to this documentary. So we will have more information on that. Just be on the lookout for any updates. Just link up with Evelyn, the advocate, on social media, right?
Yes, and I do have a website, Evelyn, the domestic violence advocate at uniweb.com. That's online.
Okay. So be looking out for updates on how you can support this documentary as it unfolds and as we continue to go through the process of getting it all put together. And we just look forward to your support and your love, and just be on the lookout for Evelyn showing up somewhere in your community to share her story and share some hope to those of you who are maybe suffering in silence. Just know that if Evelyn can make it through and out of her situation, God will do the same thing for you. Amen. So you got some shout outs, I see.
I sure do. And there's a long list.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You can get them all in.
This actually took a village.
Mm-hmm.
The last, 2 years?
Yeah. Going on 2 years now. It'll be 2 years this year. Yep.
It's been a lot, but I'm grateful for everything. I would like to give a shout out. And if I leave anybody out, I'm apologizing now. But I did write this list quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Mista Darkeye podcast, of course.
Oh, all right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad to do it.
Dr. Norma Y. Gray, South Carolina FCLU, No Sad Story Ministry, Against All Odds, 3D North Online Editorial, Charlotte Post, Black Enterprise Magazine, blacknews.com, Catapult Outreach Incorporated, Tulich Publishing, along with all of the contributing authors, Davita Janine. She's doing a separate project. We're working on that together. Rhonda Page Gaines, I Am Demorius, Gail Estella, Holy Center, an online newspaper. Actress Nikki Lachey, a special shout out. Don Johnson Insurance, Breezy's Fantasies for makeup, and Bella Jamisha for makeup, and also Christy Designs. She helps me a lot, and to my publicist, Eartha Watts Hicks, and a few other family members, friends, and coworkers that have supported me on this journey. I thank you all and the community.
Wow. You know that, and just to hear you name all those names, it's a blessing to even be able to have that kind of community and backing and support, because a lot of people, you know, their list would be a whole lot shorter. You know, a lot of people, unfortunately, you know, don't even have that kind of support when you out here, you know, going through what you're going through, and you know, it's something that we shouldn't see, but it happens. But at the end of the day, it's a huge blessing to hear you say all of those names.
And also, excuse me,
Go ahead.
Facebook and my significant other, I can't forget about him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't forget about the significant other. Yeah. You know, he's right there as well. Yes. That's a blessing as well. You know, I think that's a key part of it all too, when you got someone significant other that's by your side through it all. Yeah. So that's amazing, and a blessing as well. But yes, definitely. Just to hear all those names, you are definitely blessed, and I know that the community is going to grow, and there's going to be more company coming that's going to support what you're doing and what God is doing with you as you're advocating in a very important situation with domestic violence. So we're just believing God to continue to keep on using your story, and giving hope to those who are hopeless, and at this point maybe feeling like they don't see a way out. But there's a saying that say that, you know, when you tell your story, it gives other people hope. Of course, there's freedom in your story. So always please, at the end of the day, don't be quiet about what you're going through or what you done made it through, because you never know who you are inspiring through your story. All right. So we thank y'all for watching. We thank you in advance for your support. Please be on the lookout again for any updates on what we're going to do to continue with the making of this documentary. And please reach out if you know you want to support and get behind it. All right. So you have been watching and listening to the Mista Darkeye podcast. Evelyn Hemphill, a.k.a. Evelyn, the Advocate, is on Facebook. Make sure you link up with her and connect with her. And thank y'all again for watching. We love you. God bless you. Continue to trust God and live your dreams. Oh, you got one more? Go ahead.
The churches throughout York, Rock Hill, York, and Chester counties. I forgot about them, but
oh yeah.
I would like
y'all
to
really
say thank you.
Yeah, because y'all been going in and they've been welcoming you all in their doors
with open arms.
That's amazing. So God bless all of the churches that has been welcoming Evelyn in the doors and allowing her to come in and catapult.
Yes.
And allowing them to share their story and talk about what's going on.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So again, people, make sure y'all connect, because we need your help. We need your help. It takes a village. And as much as help as she already has, it's going to take even more to take this thing over the top. All right. Amen. Once again, you have been watching the Mista Darkeye podcast, where we believe and trust in God and live in our dreams. And we hope you do the same. We will catch you next time. We're out.
Thank you.
What it is, great people. Home of motivation to trust God and live your dreams. New soul music.